If you want to become a machine learning engineer this year, there are 3 things that you've got to be doing right now. It is now or never because this is the time of year when most companies are hiring. And no, it's not about building your portfolio, optimizing your resume, or getting referrals. Forget about that. Sure, those things are important, but it's not what we're talking about in today's video. Today, we're going over 3 strategies that 99% of people never even consider. And these are the same strategies that got me offers from Amazon, Google, and top AI startups. With that said, let's get into strategy number 1. Now, before you roll your eyes and say,
cold emailing doesn't work,
I want you to hear this short story. One of the engineers I mentored, let's call him Joseph, was doing everything right. Solid degree, strong projects, and a polished resume. And still nothing. Weeks would go by, applications sent, but 0 interviews. Joseph came to me frustrated, borderline burned out, and he said something I hear all the time.
I think the market's just bad.
But here's the uncomfortable truth. Sure, the market could be better, but that wasn't the root issue. Joseph was just invisible to recruiters. So, we did something that 99% of people refuse to do. We stopped waiting around for the market to improve, and we built a cold email system. Not spamming recruiters, not begging, and definitely not sending cringe DMs on LinkedIn. I'm talking about a targeted, intentional, high-signal cold email system aimed directly at recruiters. Within 30 days, Joseph had 3 recruiter calls, 2 technical screens, and 1 on-site loop. Before we knew it, Joseph signed his dream offer as an ML engineer. When you know how to write cold emails properly, showing your relevance and your competence, you bypass the entire black hole of cold applications. In fact, whether you're a student, a new grad, or a full-time engineer, cold emailing works. But here's the catch, and this part is super important. Cold emailing needs to be done carefully, with precision. If you do it wrong, you could burn bridges, get ignored, or worse, get blacklisted at a company. This is why most people fail with cold email. They send garbage emails, copy random templates, and spray and pray. And then they conclude,
Cold email doesn't work.
no, your cold emails don't work. That's why inside my one-on-one mentorship, we teach cold emails step by step by step. Who to email, what to say, how to follow up, and how to turn a maybe into an interview. In just a second, I'll explain how this connects to method number 2 on this list. But before we get into method number 2, if you want help setting up this exact same cold email system, the same one that's gotten my clients interviews at Amazon, Google, and top AI startups, there's a link below to book a free call with me. I'll explain exactly how it all works. Now, let's talk about what actually gets you the job offer. Here's something nobody tells you. You don't fail interviews because you're bad at coding. You fail interviews because you've never practiced under pressure. Another engineer I mentored, Aaron, he's the perfect example. Aaron knew the theory. He could explain LLMs, but the moment an interviewer said,
let's walk through this coding problem together,
his mind went blank. Sound familiar? So Aaron did what most people do. You know, he studied more, read more blogs, watched more videos, and guess what? Nothing changed. He still couldn't pass live coding interviews. System design interviews are a totally different beast. The thing is, knowledge doesn't equal performance, so we flipped the script. Instead of studying solo, Aaron started doing one-on-one mock interviews with my team of FANG engineers. These mock interviews are realistic and timed just like a real interview. The best part is that there's no pressure. It's just practice for the real interview because that's the one that counts. When Aaron started doing mock interviews with my team, each one revealed something different. Where he rambled, where he froze, where his explanations just weren't making sense. Within 3 weeks, something crazy happened. His confidence skyrocketed, he stopped memorizing answers, he started thinking out loud the way interviewers want you to do, and he learned how to recover when he didn't know something. The result was that Aaron passed multiple interviews at startups and big tech companies, ultimately signing his dream ML engineering offer. But here's the most important part when it comes to mock interviews, okay? This is the mindset shift you need to have. Most people say,
I'll start mock interviews when I'm ready.
That's completely backwards. Mock interviews are what make you ready. If you wait until you feel ready for mock interviews, you're gonna stay in preparation mode forever. Every single ML engineer that I know, including myself, got good at interviews the same way. They practiced over and over and over again. Inside my one-on-one mentorship, we do live mock interviews, system design drills, and behavioral breakdowns. If that sounds like it would be helpful to you, click that link in the description, book a free call with me, and learn more. Now, there's one more thing that you've gotta know. Cold emails get you the interview, mocks help you pass them, but there's still one more step, and this is the step that separates people who get an offer from people who get life-changing offers. Let's talk about the money. Let me ask you something. If you worked for months, passed interviews, and finally got an offer, would you want to leave $30,000 on the table? No, you wouldn't want to do that, but that's exactly what most people do. And it's not because they're afraid of making more money. Everyone wants that. It's because they're scared. And studies show that people who negotiate earn 20% more on average, yet 50% of people don't bother negotiating at all. Why? Because it feels risky. What if they rescind the offer? What if I look ungrateful? What if I fumble everything? But here's the truth. Companies expect negotiation. Recruiters literally have a salary range baked into the offer. If you don't negotiate, you're not being humble, you're just leaving free money on the table. But of course, if salary negotiation was so easy, everyone would do it. There's a few things that you've got to keep in mind. It's about timing, framing, and leverage. Do it wrong, and yes, you can hurt yourself. Do it right, and you lock in a better base salary, bonus, and stronger career trajectory as a whole. Inside my one-on-one mentorship, we'll walk you through salary negotiation, role-playing the recruiter calls, handling a counter offer, everything you need to get the highest paying offer you deserve. If you want guidance with cold emailing, mock interviews, and negotiating the ideal offer, click that link below and book a free call with me. Here's what most people still don't understand. These three methods that we just went over, they're not separate. They're a system. Cold emails create opportunities, mock interviews help you convert them, and negotiation makes sure that you walk away with the best possible outcome. If you miss one, the whole system collapses. And the people winning right now aren't the smartest. They're the ones who stopped waiting and started executing a strategy. So if you want help implementing this entire system with feedback, accountability, and real-world practice, there's a link below to book a free call and learn more about the one-on-one mentorship. On the call, we'll map out your background, your goals, and the fastest path to getting there. This hiring window won't stay open all year. The people who take action now are the ones who will get offers a few months from now. So click that link below, book a free call with me, and I look forward to talking to you soon.